Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Isaiah Hill, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark. Originally titled just Raiders of the Lost Ark, but after Temple of Doom, they renamed it entirely in order to let you know that it was an Indiana Jones movie. Now, and I'm sorry about the special video for yesterday. I was trying to upload it. It didn't work, so I did it through my computer. It still didn't work, but I was going through it and I was reading it, and they kept saying that the file was either way too big, or like something else was going on. So be expecting it a little bit later. Every time when I do a Let's Play or a video, there's a train that goes by. So anyway, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It stars Harrison Ford, Karen Allen. It was directed by Steven Spielberg. I believe the story was it was co-written by George Lucas. Really, it was the brainchild of Lucas and Spielberg, because George Lucas, he believed that Star Wars was going to just bomb at box office. He didn't think it was going to make of any money because everyone thought it was going to be a flop. So George Lucas went to Hawaii to be with his friend Steven Spielberg, who was the only one who believed Star Wars would not flop. And this is what they came up with. Steven Spielberg, like I've said, I believe my Back to the Future review, that I'm a huge fan. I am a huge fan. I love Indiana Jones. This is by far one of my favorite series. For a while, it was considered a trilogy, because I remember when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was coming out, and everyone was excited. And I remember people saying, "Oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be unnecessary. It's not going to do anything good." And I remember we rented it, and I remember enjoying it. And then we owned it, and I was like, it isn't that bad. Could be worse. And while watching this, Raiders of the Lost Ark is my personal favorite Indiana Jones film, so you can kind of assume I'm going to give it an amazing. The thing is with this, it even says right here, from the award-winning duo of Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, experience every heart-pounding thrill like never before with the Indiana Jones Complete Adventures. And this was not that expensive. Indiana Jones is something I heard not many people even know about. And I was kind of surprised by that, but I was like, wait, Indiana Jones was really huge. Even as kids, it was still big. But with Indiana Jones, it's basically like a James Bond type person. And Raiders of the Lost Ark, it's kind of difficult. It's basically Indiana Jones, who's an archaeologist. He is trying to he finds all these rare forgotten treasures, and it sets out on an adventure to find these things. And it's pretty difficult to describe without spoiling the majority of the film, but I can give you guys some interesting history on it. But Indiana Jones is really interesting, and the fact it's a story that it kind of doesn't make sense for you to hear. You gotta see it to believe it, and that is actually a way I believe people should. Indiana Jones is actually, the series itself is very interesting. I heard people say they treat it as one film. That's how I treat Back to the Future, actually, just one film. Actually, if you edit it together, Back to the Future, you can make it just a long 6-hour movie, and it could work. The thing is with Indiana Jones here, I can see it, but the first film is going to be Temple of Doom. Spielberg and Lucas have revealed, Lucas and Spielberg have revealed Temple of Doom is actually before everything. But I don't care, I love it. Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favorite because I think I can say less. Because if I can say less about it, that shows how it's good. But if I can say more about it, it's pretty difficult. And yeah, I know a lot of the movies that I talked about had all these things. What Tarantino was a little bit easier because I was able to touch on things that seemed interesting. Indiana Jones, I'm able to touch up on things not because it's easy. It's actually pretty difficult because you get so many things that you want to talk about, but you run the risk of spoiling the film for someone. Overall, Indiana Jones, and I'm not cutting it short here. Indiana Jones, I would give it amazing. The whole series itself, I think, demands to be checked out. Like, there's interesting bonus features too. Like, actually, I think I should show you this, guys, too, because on the original Raiders of the Lost Ark, it didn't have this up here. It was just Raiders, and you want some? Oh, wait, whoa, wait a minute. There it is, right there. Can I take this out? Okay, yes, I can. In this bonus disc, right here, you get some amazing behind the scenes. Like, I highly would recommend getting this. I mean, it is worth the purchase. I mean, think about it. You're getting basically 5 films in one, and it's not even that expensive. But Indiana Jones, like, with Raiders, like, it even says right here, Indiana Jones, new heroes from the creator of Jaws and Star Wars. Sorry if it didn't pick up, but these are films, like, I feel like that many people should check out within their lives. One sec, guys. I can continue talking while I'm doing this. But Indiana Jones, like, a thing that a lot of people forget about is that his stories, though, like, complex as they may be, they're actually really interesting. Like, Indiana Jones, I am such a nerd. Like, for band, like, we had a band concert. It was, like, Night at the Movies, and I dressed up as Indiana Jones, because that was my favorite. I wanted to dress up as him. A lot of people, like, had Star Wars, Blues Brothers, they had all sorts of things. And I love Indiana Jones. I have a very fond memory of this. My brother and I, we were watching Indiana Jones because he had the trilogy before they came out, like with Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And while we were watching it, I was just blown away, and I just loved it. And the thing is with Indiana Jones that many people will think about is like, oh, it's like James Bond knockoff, and I heard it be called that, and I'm like, it's just how you take it. I mean, Spielberg actually wanted to make a Bond movie, but George Lucas talked him out of it. If anything, of all the films, I can probably not have much to say about, but that I genuinely love, Raiders will be pretty high up there. It's not because I feel like that the film is, like, not worth of having anything to say about it. By all means, no. I love the film to death. It's one of my favorites of all time. And I love Indiana Jones enough to dress up as him for, like, Halloween and for band. So that's the interesting thing there. Sorry, guys. Had to lean to get my paper. Now, this is actually a very difficult thing for me to, like, admit. But, like, Indiana Jones, I have seen so many times. I loved it ever since I was a kid. Indiana Jones, it's hard for me to even think this at times. People say it's better than James Bond, and I hear, like, which is better, Bond or Dr. Jones? James Bond or Indiana Jones? I like both. Yeah, I might be that guy. I just like both. Indiana Jones, I think I've seen more than James Bond, but I still love James Bond. Indiana Jones, they said, like, yeah, they have Joan girls. They have Jones girls, but it's not like James Bond, like, where you see him, like, in another, like, yeah, to be fair, you do see him with a different girl in every movie, but James Bond, they were trying to they had a scene, I remember them saying about, where they want Indiana Jones to come out of a room, like, with a girl, and they cut it out because they said we can't make him too similar to Bond. Indiana Jones would not be that much of a playboy. Makes sense. Fair. Overall, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, I highly recommend. I'd give it an amazing. stay tuned for more. I hope I'll have more to say. I am so sorry, guys, that I do not have much to say, but I wish I did. All I could say is that there are some genuinely like amazing moments in this, groundbreaking special effects, amazing amazing animals, like all sorts of things. And it's a film that is so difficult to talk about, and I do not want to spoil it to those who haven't seen it. But if those who have seen it, you will enjoy it. I believe you will. You have enjoyed it, I hope. But those who are like massive fans of it, they can say anything they want about it. There's theories on it. There's all sorts of things. The synopsis is everywhere. The one thing that I will say, and Indiana Jones, the whole cast and crew, I believe, became ill from food poisoning. And Spielberg was the only one that was safe because he had like SpaghettiOs. And there's Easter eggs too. The thing is, my favorite theory is that Indiana Jones is Han Solo's dream when he's frozen in carbonite. Yeah, it's amazing. So, Indiana Jones, and amazing. That made a loud thud. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you wish to see more videos like this or my Let's Plays, please subscribe. If you wish to share the videos with your friends and family, by all means, go ahead. And if you want to ask something or request something, comment down below. And this is going to be a special episode too. Today is a friend of mine, a fellow YouTuber. He goes by the name of Bbroskee. Check him out. He's amazing. He makes Rocket League content. I'll put a link to his channel down below. He's amazing. Today is his birthday, so go wish him happy birthday. You guys are awesome, and please subscribe to him. Like, he is just amazing. You guys are awesome. You are amazing. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. You guys mean a lot to me. You guys are just so amazing. And I can't wait to keep doing these interviews. I'm so sorry I don't have much to say, but I was thinking about this for a long time, and I was like, you know, I'm just going to give my honest, direct opinion on it without doing too much of, like, saying much about it. I mean, Indiana Jones has a nice hat. He has a nice whip. Pretty cool effects and snakes. Alright, in all seriousness, Indiana Jones, I recommend. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Isaiah Hill, and I really hope you enjoyed. Again, I apologize that it's not as long as the others, but I believe I did a good job. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing day, and I'm signing off.